12 days of Christmas cookies. And I want to thank today Carla Herrera. Herrera. Am I pronouncing that right, Eddie? Herrera? I don't know, but anyway, I can pronounce Carla. So Carla's white chocolate cherry Christmas cookie. You know, every Christmas, my cousin Don and his wife Darlene come up and usually spend Christmas with us. Well, since COVID hit, everything's kind of gotten off kilter though. But and as soon as he walks in the door, I say, "Okay, let's start making our cherry cookies." I mean, every year for years. And this sounds a lot like Don's cookies, but he actually frosts his. These are not frosted, and his doesn't have white chocolate chips in it like this one. So I'm excited to try this, Carla. So we're going to start out, we started out by draining our maraschino cherries and cutting them in half. By cutting them in half, it allows the moisture to drain out of them. And we've reserved some of the cherry juice, not grues, but juice. And rolling a paper towel to make sure the moist is out. Did you do that, Teresa?
I sure did.
Thank you. So efficient. All right, so I'm going to start by creaming our butter and our sugar together. And we have dark brown sugar and we have white sugar. So I'm going to get this butter whipped up a little bit. It's at room temperature, but with the weather cooling off and your kitchen not getting as hot, it doesn't, my butter's not so soft. All right, in goes our brown sugar. And in goes our white sugar. In go the eggs, one at a time. So now we're gonna add the cherry juice. Let's see how much we need of that.
3 tablespoons.
Yes, 3 tablespoons on the very end. So.
Oh, I already measured it.
Oh, that is 3 tablespoons?
Yes,
Thank you, Teresa. I just forget how efficient you are. All right, so that's going to make these cookies kind of pink. Which pink, to me, cherries and pink is all the colors of Christmas, you know? Not always just red. The pinks are beautiful too. All right, so add the maraschino juice and mix. See, it's turning them pink. All right, now Carla tells us now to add the dry ingredients. When does she call for the extracts? Okay. So I was supposed to put the extracts in back when I did the eggs, but we're all right. So she calls for 2 tablespoons of vanilla and 1 tablespoon of almond. Another cookie recipe after my heart.
Does it say tablespoons?
It does, TBSP.
Wow.
And baking soda, she has TSP, which means teaspoon.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking
But it sure does. I mean, you can look behind me because I don't trust my old eyes anymore. 2
I like this fact, but it seems like a lot.
It does. Seems like an awful lot. That's a pretty good bit of dough too.
Yeah.
So I'll just do a little shy
Yep, she's got
of a
2
tablespoon. Yeah, I'm reading it right, aren't I?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so that was a little shy of a tablespoon, just in case she meant teaspoon. And that's just a little bit shy of 2 tablespoons of vanilla. And Carla, you can let me know if that is supposed to be, tablespoons. To me, you can't get too much extract, though. You'd have to put a lot. All right, now she tells us to slowly add our flour. And to our flour, I'm gonna be adding baking soda. And let's see, that's 1.5 teaspoons. So the reason I think it's right is because she did teaspoons.
Yeah. And it was 2 in a row. It was
Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna stir that together. And I'm gonna add it slowly. And again, the instructions are, don't overbeat. Don't overmix. So this is mixing up pretty good because of the cherry juice. Got some moisture in it. The last of the flour. I scrape down the sides of our bowl to get all of our ingredients mixed in. And now we're going back in, and what we have left is the halves of maraschino cherries and the how many ounces is this? 12 ounces of white chocolate chips. Yum. Bang. All right. Now we got to the stirring part of Carla's cookies. And it's a real pretty dough, y'all. So I'm gonna fold in our cherries. And I'm going to stir it. You know what this recipe reminds me of? The macadamia nut cookie. Only this has no nuts. But kind of reminds me of that. Which, if you wanted to, I guess you could add some nuts also, couldn't you, Carla? So, a recipe is just something to kind of follow, and then you take it from there. All right. So thank you, Carla. These smell and look divine. All right, so let me see what she tells us. Now, thank you. You can still reach around me, which is a beautiful thing. Yeah, leave me that little thing, please. Okay, so Carla tells us to use cookie scoop or roll into balls. I think this might be a little sticky to roll into balls, so I think I'm just going to use a regular spoon. I think I'm going to make these a little bigger since they don't have icing or anything on them. Do those look like about the same size, Eddie, or is that one shy?
That looks good.
The first one's always just a little shy. All right, here we go. We got one cookie sheet loaded, Teresa. And Carla says 350 for about 10 minutes. Usually that's about the standard time for a cookie. All right, so let's load up another cookie sheet. This really makes a lot of cookies, y'all. So I got 2 full pans and then what I call a half pan right here. Once again, y'all, I find my cookie jar empty. And this is the most beautiful little cookie jar. It's a McCoy piece. It's old. And I found that at an antique shop. I use the word antique so loosely. But isn't he precious? So cute. So he's waiting there for me to wash him, dry him, and fill him back up with these incredible white chocolate cherry cookies. So good, Carla.
These were good. These were good.
Eddie broke into those already.
I know it. Eddie looked over at him when we had him on the wire sheet cooling. He said, "Those are really good." I said, "Oh, you had some?" He looked real sheepish and said, "Well, yeah." They are good. They remind me of macadamia nut cookies. So you sent us a big hit, Carla. Eddie is giving his #1 recommendation. Very, very good. And it looks so Christmassy with a cherry in it. Thank you, Carla. Thank you so much. I so appreciate all of y'all's love and support that y'all give me. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, fulfilling holiday season.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.